Cena is one of the most recognizable and polarizing figures in WWE history. His career, spanning over 2 decades, has been filled with both triumph and controversy. While Cena was widely regarded as the face of WWE for many years, his journey was not without its struggles, particularly when it came to the treatment he received from fans. Cena's character, both inside and outside the ring, has been tested by the discontent and even outright hostility of the WWE Universe. For years, he carried the company on his back, becoming a symbol of perseverance and dedication. However, this loyalty was not reciprocated by the fans, who in turn subjected him to ridicule, mockery, and even outright disrespect. This narrative aims to explore the moments and events that led to Cena's eventual heel turn, a transformation that many fans saw as a long overdue and justified response to the years of mistreatment he faced. The "Cena sucks" chant, the beginning of the hostility. One of the most infamous chants in WWE history is undoubtedly "Cena sucks." While it may have started as a playful, in-character way for fans to express their frustrations, it quickly evolved into a symbol of real animosity towards John Cena. Despite Cena's undeniable success as WWE's top star, the audience, particularly a vocal portion of the fan base, refused to fully embrace him. For years, Cena was subjected to the double-edged sword of applause and derision. Fans would chant, "Let's go, Cena," during his matches, only to be immediately followed by "Cena sucks," in a bizarre yet regular display of division. This chant became an unshakable part of Cena's WWE experience. Despite his dedication to the company, his enduring work ethic, and his genuine desire to entertain, many fans could not move past their discontent with his character. Cena had become the face of the company, and while that position brought him immeasurable success, it also made him the target of jeers. It is important to note that Cena did not simply ignore these chants. He always maintained a sense of professionalism, never retaliating against the fans. He would often smile through the boos and keep his head held high, saying that the fans had the right to express their opinions. However, over time, it became clear that these chants were not simply an expression of preference. The "Cena sucks" chants became a symbol of resentment, as many fans began to view Cena as the embodiment of everything they disliked about WWE's mainstream product. Cena was a figurehead of the company, but for many fans, he represented everything that was wrong with the direction of WWE at the time. The constant chants were a reminder to Cena of how divided the WWE Universe was, and no matter how much he worked to improve his character, he could never please everyone. The hijacking of John Cena's entrance music. As if the chants weren't enough, John Cena's entrance music, one of the most iconic and recognizable theme songs in WWE history, was hijacked by the very fans who were supposed to be supporting him. Cena's entrance was always accompanied by the sound of his theme, "The Time Is Now," which pumped up the crowd and set the stage for his matches. However, instead of showing respect to the man who had dedicated so much of his life to the company, many fans turned his music into a mockery. They would chant, "Cena sucks," to the beat of the song, turning what was meant to be an exciting moment for Cena into a taunting spectacle. For Cena, this wasn't just a matter of disrespecting his entrance. It was an affront to the work he had put into his career. His entrance was a carefully crafted moment, a reflection of his character and persona. The fact that fans would deliberately try to undermine it was a harsh reminder that no matter what he did, Cena would never fully earn the respect of the WWE Universe. Even as he smiled and waved off the chants, it was clear that these moments stung him deeply. To have something so integral to his identity and career turned into a joke was an emotional blow, one that Cena continued to endure over the years. the Cena sucks guy, a symbol of relentless hatred. Among the countless fans who expressed their disdain for Cena, one individual stood out above the rest. This fan, who became infamous as the Cena sucks guy, made it his personal mission to publicly express his hatred for Cena at every possible opportunity. Proudly wearing a Cena sucks shirt at nearly every WWE event, this fan embodied the anti-Cena movement. What made him particularly notorious was not just his hatred for Cena, but the fact that Cena had directly acknowledged him multiple times. Cena, ever the professional, would often approach this fan during events, look him in the eye, and show him respect, something that many fans would not expect from the man who was being publicly disrespected. There was even a moment during one of these interactions where Cena, ever the sportsman, offered the fan a hug. This gesture, meant as a sign of goodwill and respect, visibly made the fan uncomfortable. But Cena didn't back down. Despite the disrespect, Cena remained calm, professional, and kind, showing respect even to someone who went out of his way to disrespect him. It was a reminder that Cena was, at his core, a man who believed in the values of respect, hard work, and humility. Values that, in many ways, made him a hero to millions, but also a target for the animosity of those who felt he was forced upon them as the company's poster boy. The 2017 SmackDown incident. A woman flips off Cena. In 2017, John Cena found himself embroiled in a heated feud with Baron Corbin. This rivalry reached its peak when Corbin attempted to cash in his Money in the Bank contract on Jinder Mahal during an episode of SmackDown. Cena interfered in the match, preventing Corbin from capitalizing on his big opportunity. As Cena made his way to the ring to confront Corbin, he was met with a clear message of hostility from a fan in the audience. A woman, either a passionate Corbin supporter or a vocal Cena detractor, stood up and flipped Cena off right in front of him. It was an unnecessary and disrespectful gesture, one that Cena had likely dealt with countless times before. However, it was yet another example of how far fans were willing to go to express their disdain for Cena. The flipping off of Cena, especially in such a direct and public manner, was a stark reminder of how deeply the anti-Cena sentiment ran among certain fans. Cena, in typical fashion, took the moment in stride, but it was an incident that clearly highlighted the toll this constant barrage of negativity had taken on him over the years. WrestleMania 26. A victory spoiled by fan disrespect. One of the most memorable moments in John Cena's career came at WrestleMania 26, where Cena defeated Batista to reclaim the WWE Championship. This was a monumental victory for Cena, a crowning achievement in his career that should have been celebrated. However, as Cena made his way to the crowd to share the moment with the fans, there was a strikingly negative reaction from one fan in particular. Instead of cheering along with the rest of the crowd, this fan, sitting front row, threw up a massive thumbs down, signaling his displeasure with Cena's victory. It was an odd and sour moment, as Cena, who had just captured the most prestigious title in WWE, couldn't even enjoy the crowd's adoration without someone choosing to express their disdain. Cena, ever the professional, smiled through it. But it was clear that the moment had been marred by the disrespect. It was yet another example of how Cena had become an almost tragic figure, a man who was unable to fully enjoy the fruits of his labor because of the unrelenting negativity of a vocal portion of the WWE universe. Personal violations and invasions of privacy. While Cena had always been a public figure, he also had a right to privacy, a concept that many fans failed to understand. On one occasion, while Cena was in the UK, a YouTuber by the name of Maudlin spotted him in a store and began recording him without his permission. Cena, already well known for his patience and professionalism, asked the fan to stop recording him. Despite this request, the fan continued to film, disregarding Cena's wishes. Cena, still maintaining a calm demeanor, expressed his frustration with the situation, explaining that he did not want to be part of the fan's video and did not appreciate the invasion of his personal space. This incident highlighted the larger issue of how WWE fans often treated their heroes, like Cena, not as human beings but as objects of their own desires for fame or recognition. Cena's request for privacy was not respected, and the fan continued to film, showcasing a lack of basic human decency and respect for boundaries.